Hi, here is your full body mini band strength and cardio workout. In this workout, we'll be going through 3 different blocks. So we'll have a lower body section, an upper body section, then the core section. Within each of that, you'll have 3 strength moves working for 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Then we'll do 3 rounds of 2 moves of more cardio vibes. So 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. It will all be explained. We'll warm up, we'll cool down, and we'll rest for a minute between each block, each little circuit. I have 2 bands with me. I have a slightly heavier one for the lower body exercises and a slightly lighter one for the upper body exercises, just so you can get a bit of a better range of movement when doing some of the pushing out of the legs and etc. So if you have some bands, have a range nearby. And if you have one, that's also good. And we can also do this body weight as well. So if you don't have any, you can still get a really good workout. So we'll start with a warm up. So just standing with the feet about hip distance apart. Feet nice and, legs nice and loose and relaxed. We're just gonna bring the arms up over to the ceiling and just clasp one elbow, one wrist, and come over to the side. I'm gonna go over to the other side. So opposite hand. So you should feel a nice stretch through the sides, and just trying to think of just purely rotating, bending at the waist rather than any turning. So we're going to go one more each way. Down. So just mobilizing through the spine here. Just bring the arms up and just do some nice big circles forwards, feeling the shoulder blades glide down the back. Am I going forwards? I'm going up and back. Doesn't matter, we're going to reverse. Keep a nice soft bend in the legs, and then we'll reverse. If you're going from front to back, you're now coming back to front, whatever, just reverse. I always get confused. I'm going forwards now. Now I'm going forwards. Let's go for one more. And down. Just wake up the legs a little bit. So we're going to do some hinges. So just going to hinge back, keeping the back nice and straight, and come up to standing. So not going down into a squat. We're just thinking push the hips back and up. So you should feel a nice stretch in the backs of the legs. And I'll come back to face you. Down and up. Let's go for one more. And now we're going to squat down as far as you can, just by keeping that control and keeping the control of the spine. Down and up. Imagine you're sitting in a chair behind you, keeping the chest nice and high. So I'm going to rock the spine forwards. Just want to follow it down. Down, up. Let's go for one more. And up. Good. Just feet slightly wide. We're going to do heels in, toes out. We're going to get the inner thighs a bit more. So squatting down into sumo squat, and then we're going to reach. So adding on that reach we did at the start. Reach. Down. Doesn't matter if you can't touch the floor. We're just trying to feel a nice stretch. Maybe getting a little lower. Ooh. Oh my gosh, it's like 2 minutes in, I'm already almost falling over. Here we go. And down, up, let's go for one more. Up, good, just straighten out the legs into some lateral lunges. So just nice and easy, thinking of sending the hips back into the back of the room rather than bringing the body to the side. It's really easy to try and think we're leaning over, but really we're pushing the hips back like we just did in that hinge good morning pose. Good, one more each way, down and down. Good. So just stand up nice and tall. We're going to open up the hips a little bit more. So we're going to open those legs, nice hurdle steps. You can hold on to something if you need to. Just thinking of the movement of the hip in the socket. Maybe we feel a little bit crunching. Really important to mobilize the hips because we sit down a lot. Let's go for one more. And switch. Up and round. Up and open, circling that hip in the joint. So you can use something to hold on if you like. You can feel it really waking up. And you can see one of my left hip is obviously way less mobile than my right, which is so normal. Less range of motion there. And we're just going to come down to the bottom of the mat. Starting from the top of the head, I want you to roll all the way down through the spine, walking out into a high plank position. Knees can be up or down. You're going to take the right foot on the outside of the right leg, And you can just open up into a nice twist here. Let's do a couple of arm circles. Let's wake up the arms a bit more, following the hand with the head. Let's go for one more. And plant the palm down, step back and switch sides. So opening up to the other side first, feel that nice stretch in the hip, and then circling the arm. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and then palm comes back down. It's going to be here. You can drop to the knees, do a couple of push-ups just to wake up the chest. 2, 3, 4, pop back up, and we're going to walk the hands up to the feet. Stay nice and low. I want to roll up one vertebra at a time to the top. Adjust my mat as I have to do every time. I'm just going to jog on the spot a second. Get nice and loose. So throughout this workout, I'll give you modifications if you want to amp up, or if you want to dial it down. But the aim is just to try and keep moving at your own pace. Don't have to keep up with me. You can go quicker than me, you can go slower than me. It's your workout, it's your portion of time. Let's go star jumps. Finding some resistance in the air. If you're modifying, you can step if you want to take out the jump. There's not really much jumping in this workout, I don't think. So everything's fairly low impact, but that doesn't mean we're not going to get a really lovely workout. And full star jumps. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then jogging on the spot again. We're going to get your feet nice and wide. And then we're going to go side to side, tapping in your lateral lunge. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and resting there. Okay, I'm going to sip of water. Then we're going to get straight in to our first strength circuit. So I'm starting the timer. So your band, so I'm using my heavier band, it's going to go around our ankles. So just above the ankles. Our moves, so we're in a narrow squat. So narrow, step wide, come back narrow. Step wide, come back narrow. That's our first move. So I'm just going to tell them as we go. And so keep an eye on me. We're going in, just going to make sure the turns on. 2, 1, here we go. So narrow squat, stay low, stretch that band, bring it back. Stretch that band, bring it back. So you can stay low the entire time, or you can come up in between the two. I'm going to go back a little further. I always go right to the front of my mat, even though I've got loads of space. Center, step, center. So it's a little narrow squat into more of your conventional squat. Keeping tension on those legs. 7 more seconds. Find your level. You can always come up to rest. Last one. Stand. Whew. Okay. So next move, we're going to go into a sumo squat. So sumo just means turning the toes out so you get into the inner thighs like we did in the warm-up. We're going to go down, up, little kick to the side. We're going to alternate sides, okay? So 2, 1, let's do it. So we squat down, come up, find that balance, and kick. Down, kick. So you can see I'm basically stretching this band within an inch of his life. I have had one break on me before, which was quite a shock. But we're just keeping that tension in the sumo and control the kick both directions. The band's going to want to pull you down back to the floor, but you're going to use your core and control to stop. We've got 5 more seconds. Last one, and kick. Good. Okay, so this one, I'll show you from the side. That good morning hinge we did at the beginning. We're going to hinge, kick back, stand, hinge, drive back, stand. So I'm using my core to control. So that's hinge, transfer the weight, straight leg, kick, stand, hinge, transfer, stand, hinge. Good. So we're challenging our balance here. a little bit in that reverse kick. And again, whoop, you can hold on to something if you want to. And with these bands, it's all about controlling the resistance it gives you in both directions. Good, hinge, transfer, kick, and rest. Okay, those are our 3 moves. We're gonna do it from the top, wide, narrow, and breathe in between. So we've got 10 seconds. So now you know the exercises, maybe you can challenge yourself a bit more. Maybe this time you stay in that low squat the whole time. Let's see, we're going in 3, 2, 1. So go narrow, step, step, step. Using your core to keep you nice and controlled and to protect that lower back. So keeping that engagement. So you need some engagement throughout to keep the tension going. Good, we're keeping it. I'm staying low. I'm gonna try 10 more seconds. It's a slow burn, these bands. Final 5. One more step. Center, stand. Woo, give the legs a little shake. We're gonna go into that sumo. So you can release the tension of the band between. You don't have to have the tension on the whole time, but you can if you want to. We're gonna go, got less than 10 seconds. So if you're sipping your water, pop it down. We're going in 3, 2, 1. So we sumo, up, kick, control it. Sumo. That's it. Slow and steady with these moves. You want to try and keep control the whole time. Down, up, kick, down, kick. So you'll need a little bit of extra core when you go for that balance, because core stability, so anytime we make ourselves unstable, you think fire up the core, because it will control. Okay, well, last one. 3 seconds, down, up, kick, rest. Okay, this time we're gonna hold the hinge and we're just gonna kick back and tap. So we did alternating legs this time. This time I'm gonna stay on one leg and then we'll do the other leg the next time. Look, I'm just adapting. We're gonna go in 3 seconds. So find your hinge, find that balance, and you kick and tap. So I'm keeping my leg keep my leg straight, the kicking leg, and the standing leg is bent. So we're trying to maintain that balance, keep the shoulders down, almost there, keep the tension on the standing leg, remember it's bent, it's not locked out, we're hinged over, we've got 10 more seconds, keep that band, stretch for 5 more. You can hold on to something if you need to. Let's go for 1 more. And up. Ooh, I like that. I liked keeping it still that time. You felt a little bit more control and you get a little bit more of that burn. Okay, we've got 10 seconds. Last time through this leg circuit. Catching breath. 5 seconds. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Narrow, wide. Stay low if you can. If not, come up, down. Step, step, up, down. Let's keep moving. Good. Finding that control. Trying. So I'm going to work on trying not to bob too much. So you want the move to really come, so as in rocking side to side, I mean. Removing that control through the core. Woo! Almost there. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Ooh! Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Okay. Sumo, kick. Sumo, kick. Okay, we've got 10 seconds. Take the rest. Let the tension release on the band. Now, we're going to stretch out to get ready. We've got 3 seconds. And off we go. Sumo, kick. Ooh, start with the other leg this time. Mix it up. Sumo, up. Trying to keep that leg nice and straight when you kick to the side. It's easy to let the knee bend, but we're really trying to lift from the thigh. Kick, down, kick. Sometimes I set these timers and I'm like, yeah, twice through. And then it's like way more. So let's see, this is a surprise. Sometimes it's a surprise to me. 5 more seconds. Kick. Sumo, last one. Control and down. Okay. Last time we've got that hinge, kick back, kick back. Okay, we've got 10 seconds. So swapping sides, I'm going to turn this way so I'm just going to turn this way so I've got my kicking leg facing you. So hinge, transfer the weight onto that front leg, go into the tiptoe of that back one and kick. Remember, each side is different. So if you find the other side was a lot easier or this side is a lot easier, that's so normal because we tend to favour one side over the other. Keep that leg straight, kick, kick. We're squeezing through that glute, kick. That leg on the ground supporting you, feeling that burn, I am. 10 seconds, kick. Stay nice, alignment from that head, nice straight line. Don't be tempted to look at me, just keep looking down at the floor. Woo, rest. Okay, let's take the band off for a second. And we're gonna breathe. We've got about 45 seconds to rest between the rounds. I believe these are, we're gonna do 3 rounds, 30 seconds on, 15 off, okay? So band is gonna stay, so I took my band off, but you're gonna pop the band back on, and it's gonna stay around. The band's like rubbing my skin, so it's all getting all dry, lovely. Sorry, overshare maybe? So we're gonna do feet nice and wide, we're gonna do quick feet with the band. That's it, nothing extra. Just keep that tension on that band, nice and quick. Then we're gonna do lateral walks, feet facing forwards. Little steps, keeping tension on that band the whole time. So going in 3, 2, 1. So try to get a bit of a squat. And nice and quick. Keep the tension on the band. Good. So it's like hop, hop feet, hop feet, hop feet, hop feet. 15 seconds. Keep that tension. For 10. Breathing. Almost there, almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, I'm gonna start on this side. Again, in 10 seconds, remember it's only 15-second rest this time. We're gonna be in a slightly squatted position, slightly hinged over, core nice and tight, lateral walks, and off we go. So back and forth, really getting in these outer glutes. If you've got a big room, feel free to walk up and down it. I'm just gonna walk the length of my mat, and don't be tempted to bring those feet together. You wanna keep that tension on that band. 10 seconds. Woo! See, these bands really do have that burn, don't they? I can feel it. And rest. Woo! Okay, 10 seconds, round 2. So keep the band relaxed if you want. Can chill. I realise I'm matching the timer today. Green on green. Okay, ready? Going in 3, 2, 1. Nice and quick. So just maintaining that tension. Nice low impact, you see from the side. And slightly hinged forward. Maybe we can turn this little rotation. If you like, I'm gonna mix it up. This is really funny when you see people doing it in a group of people, like walking up and down the band. Keep going, 5 seconds. Push, 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 push. 2, 1. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna go to the other side this time for those lateral walks. I've got 10 seconds. Catch your breath a little bit. We're going in 3, 2, get that tension on, and my step in. Keeping that band tight. Coming through. And to the side. And we're going 2 times through these moves. Your last one. And 3. Oh no, going 3 times through, sorry. It's 3 times through, 3 times through. Ignore me, 3 times through. We've got 1 more round after this. 10 seconds though, 10 seconds. Nice and quick. Keep it moving. Got 5 more. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, last round. I'm getting mixed up because we did 3 moves in the first round and now we're doing 2 moves in the second round. And who did A-level maths? I don't know. One person in this room. Okay, let's go. Quick feet, quick feet, quick feet. Do standard deviation, but can't sort of add up a Tabata or divide 6 by 2. See, I had to even think about, like, what am I dividing again? Okay, go, 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 nice and quick, last time. Maybe get a bit lower. Maybe you get a bit faster. For 10 seconds. I'll move my hands, move my hands like a little cartoon character. 5, 4, 2, 1. Woo. The one time trainer counting is actually helpful is like counting really slowly, and I've got a timer that's going to actually ding. I go for this side, so it's less time. Anyway, let's go. Lateral steps last time. Keeping moving, I know. Really check the feet out. So you can keep the feet turning forwards. It's really going to get the outer hip going, more so if we have those feet pointing out. That's what we're aiming for. So when we're going like this, almost there. 4 more seconds. Maybe get to the other end of the mat. Ooh. Oh, band off. Okay, band off. Rest there. Upper body time. Okay, so this is when we're going to use, I mean, by all means, stick on the heavier band, but I'm going to go to my slightly lighter band here for this one. And the first move we're going to do is a push-up. So we're going to go hand release. So you can start on or off your knees. We're going to go all the way down, come up, set the hand to the right and back. So we're doing a little step with the hand. Then we're going to be kneeling, going to hinge, open, press, come down. And then I'll tell you what this last one is when we get there. Okay, so we're going in 3 seconds to set up for that push-up, either on or off your knees, going all the way to the ground, pushing up, stepping with that hand out and in. So think extra core. I'm going to alternate hands. Extra core when you're bringing that hand out and in. And push. Really focus on that push. So we're going twice through the circuit. So challenge yourself. We did 3 times for the legs. We're going to do twice for the upper body. Because core, anyway, doesn't matter why. Because we're going to core. And that has some upper body as well. I don't know if you need it. I don't know if you needed to know. But that's the plan. Last one. And rest. Okay, so this move, I'll show you from the side. So arms are going to be at 90. So nice and tall. So not hinging back like this. Nice, so we're going to hinge. So you're going to keep the bend in your elbow at 90. You're going to bring the elbows up so they're in line with the floor. Going to hinge. We're going to press. Okay, so we'll start together. Elbows at 90. Bring the elbows up. We hinge, so elbows are in line. We're going to bring the arms up. Bring the arms down. Hinge back down, parallel to the ground, and close. I like to think we're like opening a book. I don't know, turning into a rugby post. Pressing up, bringing it down. Think control those elbows. They're slightly in front of the body. And try not to dip through the bums. Maybe push the glutes forwards. Clench the glutes a little bit. See why I went with a little slightly lighter band for this one? Because you want that range of motion. And rest. Woo! Okay, this one, we're going to do a little, we're going to be here. Yeah. Now we're going to lean back, come up, curl, press, come down. So tension on the band the whole time. When we lean back with the arms out, curl, press. So I'll show you from the side. So we're going to lean back, cores nice and tight, coming up, curl, press, come back down, arms out, we lean back, and up, curl, press. Keep that tension on that band. I like to do fists just because I feel like it gives me a little bit extra tension in the arms, because you can add tension with your own body weight. Got 10 more seconds, leaning back, don't let those hips drop. You might not lean back very far, I certainly am not, but you want to feel that lovely tension through the front of the thighs, the core's keeping you tight. One more, let's finish it off. Press and down, relax the arms. Okay, we've got one more round. Okay, so we've got that hand release push up in 10 minutes, 10 seconds. So if the hand release isn't working, just give me a normal push up, okay? Or you can modify by elevating the hands, no problem. 2, 1, let's go. Down, up, step, step, down, push, step, step, down, push. Really nice. Keep going. Pushing up. Power in that push up. Really thinking the chest muscles, you want the chest to be coming down in between the hands. So resist trying to bring the head down there. So maybe slightly bring the chest forward, low down, pushing up. 5 more seconds. Maybe let's get one more in. Down. Last time with these push-ups. Push. Step, step, and relax for about 15 seconds. So we've got that hinge, up, press. I'm really trying to keep those 90-degree angles, keeping those elbows nice and high. So shoulders back, sitting up nice and tall, nice neutral pelvis. Let's do it. Hinge, up, press, down. Ooh, this is good. This is spicy, man. With these bands, I'm always like, oh yeah, that looks all right. That looks like a good weight for this move. I can do that. I mean, we're doing it, but you can just see how much you can get from just adding that extra bit of resistance with the band. Okay, last one. Hinge, up, open, or up now, down, hinge, let's finish it, closed, and rest. Breathe. Okay, last one, that lean back. So we're leaning back, we've got tension on the band, using your arms as a little counterbalance. Let's start high kneeling, push the hips forward slightly, just so you're not sticking the bum out. Shoulders down, let's go, lean back, keeping the hips forward, coming up, curl, press, down, open, down, forwards, lean, curl, press. Good. And if this is a lot for the knees, just please pad the knees up, or you can get rid of the lean back, and you can do this standing if the knees are having some issues. I should have said that before. We've got 10 seconds. Lean, up. And keep the core nice and engaged. One more press, and relax the arms for a second. Relax, relax, relax. Feel that's real. I could feel my shoulders are like, rah. Okay, so next we're going to be band, holding the band like so. Because we're going to be in a bear, and then you're going to twist and pull that band towards you. So my foot's coming through and coming back round. We'll stay on the same side, and if that's too much, I just want you to hover the knees with the bear. Then we're going to do plank, and we're just going to bring opposite hand to opposite knee. Nice and simple. Those are the moves. We've got 5 seconds. So kicking to one side with the bear, I'm going to anchor down with my right hand. I'm going to hold it with my left hand. So it's on my right wrist, and we're going to come through. On my right hand, going to go through and kick and down. So I'm using my hand to keep it in place. Kick and twist. Kick. So I'm sort of bringing it to my chest like a little row. And twist. Got 5 more seconds. One more. And rest. Okay, let's put the band around our wrists. Both bands around the wrists. So we're going to go up, plank, and just, we'll bring opposite hand to opposite leg. And off we go. So we do like a little cross body tap. My arms are burning, people. Good. And if you want, you can do it on your knees. No problem, bringing the knee in. keeping the pelvis nice and steady, keeping the hips from rocking. Almost there, 5 more seconds. And down. Relaxing the arms for those 15 seconds. And we're going to do the other side. So I'm going to turn around. So I'm putting my hands like this, anchoring down, holding it with the other hand, into your bear, kick and row, and twist, and twist. So if you want, you can get rid of the band and just practice the bear. You can control both directions. 10 more seconds. Get one more in, kick, down, maybe one more, yeah, and rest. Almost fell over on that one. Okay, please here we're lying on our backs for most of the next section. Give the arms a little bit of a rest. So into that plank, and you do a little twist and tap. Knee drive, tap. Knee drive, tap. Almost there, guys. Really nice. It's amazing how much this band is working. Got 10 more seconds. One more each way. And rest. Little child pose. Release the hand. So, as you guessed it, we're going to alternate the bear. I'm going to come this way just so I have enough space to kick and kick and kick. Just hold the band in each hand and up, row, twist, row, twist. 20 seconds, guys. Last time for this move. Make it count. Remember, you can be in your bear hover. You can be twisting with me, with or without the band. Ooh, I almost fell. 5 more seconds. We get one more. In, twist, rest. Oh, mama. 10 seconds. Last move. That's right. Last move, then we're moving on. Okay. And let's do it. In that plank, and your little crossbody, twist, crossbody mountain climber. I'm tapping that hand, sort of like a little tricep, crossbody tricep extension. There we go. Only took me 3 goes to realise what we're up to. 8 seconds, 5 seconds. One more each way. One more. And coming off the wrists, rolling out, pushing back into that child's pose. We're just going to roll through the wrists a second. Breathe there. Let the heart rate come down a bit. I'm going to have a sip of water. Before we go into our lower body, upper body and core. So, band is going to be around the arches. So you're on your back, band's on the arches. First move we're going to do is a dead bug, pushing that band out, alternating sides. Just trying to keep the other knee from moving, so you're going to have to resist with the other knee as you drive through the heel. Yep. Then legs are going to be up. We're going to reach up and then lower. We're going to pop it on the heels and then lower, lower. So we're going to do a little transition of the band. Let's start with that dead bug, okay? So opposite hand with legs driving out, and I want you to reset in the middle each time. And I really want you to think, how still can you keep your lower back and pelvis? You don't want that moving. Once you concentrate on that, you realise it's a totally different exercise than when we do it really quickly. You're thinking of returning back to centre, pushing out with control. Arms going overhead, palms are facing in. Keeping the shoulders nice and heavy on the ground, looking straight up. And in, and rest. So the next move, just transfer the band to your ankles. Only bring the legs down as far as you can. Keep that nice your back nice and relaxed, okay? So we're going to lift the arms up and the legs up. Little bit of tension on the band. Feet are flexed, so they're not pointed, they're the other way. So you're going to lift up with the upper body towards the feet, going to lower down. Then you bring one leg down, then the other leg down. Again, I'm resisting the band with my opposing leg and controlling it down and up. So we're not letting that band just pull the leg back up. And you have a little bend in the head, You have a little bend in the leg if you like. Down, up, reach, down. Remember, it's your range of motion. Rest. Bring the knees together a second just to release the back and the hips. It's your range of motion, so please don't go far down if you feel it in your back at all. That's not the exercise. It's a core exercise. Okay, we're going to keep the legs up again this time. Again, it can be here, it can be here. The lower the legs are, the more of a challenge. I'm just going to stay on the floor. We're going to open the band and close the band. Open and close, keeping it in control. And when it's closed, you've still got resistance. If you want more, you can bring the head and shoulders off and it will reach. Reach forwards if you like, or you can have the hands behind the head. Open, close, control, control. Good. Open, closed, keeping that core engaged. Almost there, 5 seconds. And down. So just transfer the band back to your arches because we're going to do the dead bugs again. So round 2 of our core circuit. Going in 10 seconds, so just relax, hug the knees into the chest a second. We're going in 3, 2, arms up, legs up, and opposite hand and knee. So the only thing that should be moving is that opposite hand and leg. You're trying to keep everything else completely still. So focus on that. Reaching that arm back, bringing it forward. Reaching that foot away, find that sense of opposition as if you're being pulled in 2 directions. Out, drive, in, out, in. Using your breath to help control the movement, keeping tension on that band, keep those feet quite wide, and rest. Hug the knees again, transfer the transition. So let the band just come to your ankles. And we're going to do that reach, lower, lower. And legs up. And arms can be overhead here. I don't know. There we go. We're going to reach up, slowly lower down, and then leg, leg. And we reach. And we slowly lower down. So I'm reaching as if I'm trying to put like a ball on the top of my feet, rather than trying to crunch. So I'm going up and over and then slowly lowering down. Leg lowers, leg lowers. Up and down. Good. Driving those heels away. Up with control, lowering down. Lovely. Down. And rest. Good. Hug the knees into the chest again. We're going to transfer. Oh no, we're going to keep the band where it is. We've got those opens. So I'm going to curl up, so I'm going to bring my head and shoulders off. But if you do that and your neck hurts, I want you to just put your hands behind your head, make a little basket and hold your head up. Neck should not be hurting, neck should not be involved. Okay, so we're going to curl up if you're curling up, and opening and closing. Think head is heavy in the hands. If you're holding the head in the hands. If you want more, you can just take one hand away. If you want even more, you can take 2 hands away. Open and close, control, control. Slow it down a bit, I was going quite fast there. Control, control, good. Almost there, she says, not knowing what the time is saying. 5 seconds, here we go. Looking forwards, look between the legs. 4, 3, 2, and bend the knees. Holding the hug, holding the hug. Oh. the end of the workout, I start to stop making sense. So if this is your first workout with me, this is an occurrence that happens every single time. Okay, so resting there for a second. I'm just gonna drink some water. We're gonna do straight knee drives in high plank. So we're gonna go up, bands now around my arches, like with the dead bugs. And we're gonna drive, 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 drive. That's the exercise. Then we're gonna come down to our forearms. We're gonna step, we're gonna step, we're gonna step. Okay, those are our two moves. Band might ping off. If it does, just keep going and reset it, because I'm just anticipating mine pinging off. Okay, we're gonna go in 5 seconds. If your wrists are feeling tricky, do both on your forearms, okay? 2, 1, let's go, drive. Get the knee nice and high, drive, drive. So straight drives. Band is just adding resistance. If you want, you can speed it up if you want. Keep moving, 10 seconds. My band is slipping, but I'm gonna keep going for 5, 2, and 1. Rest. So relax off the wrist if you're on the wrist. I'm gonna use this as an opportunity to move my band to my ankles, because I feel like it won't slip off for the step, step, step. Okay, on our forearms now, and off we go. So step, 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 step. So control and just keeping that body still as the leg comes out. Got 10 seconds. Last push of the workout, guys. We've got 4 more exercises, 2 more minutes of work. You can do this. We can do this. And rest. Okay. You don't need to transfer the band. I'm just doing it just to make sure it doesn't ping off. Might well ping off anyway, but going in 3 seconds. Those knee drives, and let's go. Drive, drive. Breathing here. Sorry, I'm just readjusting my hands. Make sure there's lots of space between your fingers, your wrists under your shoulders. You're not losing your head to gravity. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Resting a little child's pose, just to give the arms a little break, the wrists a break. Readjusting my band very gracefully. Let's go. Ready? Setting up. And step, 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 step. Keep that body nice and straight for the next 10 seconds. It's tempting to look at your feet, as I was doing, but try just to keep the head up. Almost there, almost there. Oh, rest. One more round, and then we get to cool down. Okay, last round. I'm doing that little transfer. I could have planned this so you didn't have to move it. You don't have to move it, but here we go. Last round with the drives. So I'm just trying my best not to make it slip. It's also a bit better if you've got trainers on, because it hooks onto the trainers quite well. 10 seconds. Push, push, push. Let's do it. Woo! Tiny little rest through there. 5 seconds. 3, 2, last one. Rest. Transfer that band. Who says a miniband can't make you have an awesome workout? 3 seconds, 8 more seconds of work. Let's go. Into that plank. Tap, tap. Remember, you can do these on your knees. Knees out and tap. Knees out and tap. No problem, okay? All options can be done for everyone. All modifications Keep going. Keep tapping. Got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Breathe. Just stay in your child's pose for a second. You can remove the band and just breathe there. Give the arms a rest. Let's do big toes together, knees nice and wide. Stretch back, arms forward, and just breathe. Take a few deep breaths here, allowing your breath to return back to normal, relatively back to normal. And just following that lovely inhale and exhale. Just want to come through and up. And we're gonna go on all fours and just turn the fingertips to face the body. Just gonna stretch out the wrist a little bit and just gently circle the chest over and around that body. So just drawing little circles with the upper body. You feel a nice stretch in the forearms. Let's go for a couple more. Switch directions, going the other way, other direction. Let's go for one more there. So we're going to turn the hands around. You can walk the palms forward, knees back a little. If you need to, we're just going to drop the hips to a nice cobra stretch. So thinking, pushing the hips forward, shoulders glide down the back, relaxing there for a second. If this is too much for you, just come down onto your forearms. Just reduce that range of motion a little bit for the back. If not, let's go up into our lovely full cobra position. So dialing that chest forward and just once more push back into a child's pose. Stretch the arms out this time. I'm just going to walk the hands all the way to one side to get stretched down the other side. And breathe here. And then walk the hands all the way to the opposite side and feel that stretch down the other side of the body. And then just come back through center, come back onto all fours and just bring the right foot up into a nice little low lunge. I'm just going to sink the hips down and stretch. You can interlace the hands behind the back and pull down in the way, open through the chest. Nice big inhales and exhales here. You can look up if that feels okay on your neck and your spine. And release the hands to either side of that foot and just come up onto that heel. You might have to scooch the leg forwards a bit and think of pulling the hip back into its socket, dialing the heart forwards rather than curling under. So you want to keep a nice flat back here. As long as you're feeling a stretch in the hamstring, that's all you need to do. Don't worry about getting the head to the foot or all of that. And you can also be up here if that's more comfortable than being hands towards the ground. I'm going to take that foot round, I'm going to swap sides. My hair is doing its own thing. I'm going to sink down. Think chest forward, interlace the other thumb on top this time. Just pull down and away from the, just going to interlace the hands behind back and stretching back. Looking up if it's good on your neck. And release and bring that foot, other heel up, think toes up, sorry, not heel up. And then nice little stretch for the other hamstring. Just inhaling, exhaling right deep into that hamstring. Breathing here, a couple of breaths. And then just step that foot forward, plant the palms. I'm going to tuck the toes. And we can come up into a down dog. If that's not available today for you, just come up to standing. Nice and gently rolling up through the spine. So we're going to stay here, just drive the heels into the ground. Walk the hands up to the feet. Slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time, head coming up last. Avoiding any head rushes. Which is why we try to come up slowly. It's very tempting to quickly rush up on that one. I'm going to hold on to something this time. I'm going to take that foot, nice quad stretch. You're pushing the same hip forward as you pull that knee back. So nice and tall. I'm going to switch sides. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go, finding balance. If you're balancing, you might be holding on to something. Soft bend in the standing leg. Release that foot down. We'll do one more full body stretch, just reaching up all the way to the sky. Maybe pulling the arms up to the shoulders, shoulders up, and release the hands. Roll the shoulders back, roll the head. And that there was your full body mini band workout. Well done, absolutely smashed it.